Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Amagyanatimirandasya Jnananjanasalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Soyam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Sopadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanam Cha Tirupam Sagrajatam Saganasirolitam Savisakhambitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vancha Kalpatarivasya Kurpa Sindhuvaivacha Patitanam Pavanabhya Vaishnavya Namo Namah Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshnaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschata Desatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So Hare Krishna. So thank you very much. Today we will be discussing about the very serious subject matter, that how every breath is a very death breath, and as we know that in the light of the incident, the tragic incident, the tragic accident which happened just yesterday, how the Air India flight, very Dreamliner, crashes and killed 242 passenger, 241 passenger within a moment of time. Nobody can expected all these things, all of such an unprecedentedly happened. It's very devastating things. So what we should learn from this tragic accident, where the more than 200 people died within a minute, just after the takeoff, and they were being this Dreamliner crashes our dreams into ashes, and so many people died. Actually, we learned from that every breath is a death breath. Time and tide wait for no one. Any moment our life, so-called life, can be lost. It is like we are on the verge of death. How the human life is so brief, and the inherent adversity is that at any moment this human life can be lost. We are planning, we have so much plans, we have so much schemes and dreams. Every moment we are planning as if we are going to live permanently in this material world. But despite our tenacious determinations to stay in this material world, in this temporary material world, the death will come and eject us very ruthlessly. Very ruthlessly, very mercilessly, it knocks us out from this so-called temporary platform. To the extent one is near to death, he is called an old man. To the extent one is far from the death, he is called young man. But you can see evidently that everybody is old man. Everybody is on the verge of death. Nobody can say that, oh, next moment I am going to leave. This is inevitable. Death is very inevitable, blunt and blatant fact. Sometimes, people cannot stomach that, oh, death will come and it will abruptly halt our, abruptly devastate, abruptly baffle, frustrate our schemes and dreams, our plans. They cannot stomach it. They cannot digest it. But it is a very blunt and blatant fact, inevitability of death. It is a very naked truth. So better to be comforted with a naked truth than a lie, well-dressed lie. One should understand the real purpose of life. One should know the reality. One should not go away reality. Everybody was consumed, everybody was swallowed by the eternal time of serpent, time of death. It's like everybody swallowed, just like a serpent like Asgar is swallowing everybody. Everybody in the material world swallowed by the Asgar, maybe up to neck. And nobody can protect us. You may call just like an emergency call. This flight, before it crashes, he calls out the signal to air traffic controller as Mayday. The Mayday is a word signal that we are in a very disastrous condition. It is an emergency. It's a SOS call. SOS means saving our souls. Actually, in material world, every living being is a Mayday, is on the Mayday call. We are in emergency. We are really in emergency. At any moment we can crash. Our life can crash. Everybody is boarding on a dreamliner and it can crash our dream at any moment. That is called material life. Essentially, material life means repetition of birth and death. That up to there is no certainty. Shastra says that nishwasa nahi vishwasa, there is no certainty when this last breath will come. Tada ruddha bhavishyati, at any moment we will be choked up, we will die, we will fall down. Therefore, we should understand what is the reality of the life. Without knowing the reality, then we are doomed, we are foolish. It is stated in this beautiful verses that very nice Bhagavatam verses. We should understand from the Shastric perspective, spiritual perspective, what is the reality. My dear king, in the material world, the conditioned soul are confronted by death at every steps of life. Every step of life, we do not know what will happen. It's an inevitable fact. You cannot change this fact. Shastra say that very nice verse. O great hero, who takes birth is sure to die, for death is born with the body. One may die today or after 100 of years, but death is sure for every living being, every living entity. That is a very naked truth. That is a very blatant fact, the blonde fact, obnoxious fact. Everybody, as soon as we take birth, the body is like a machine, is like a dreamliner. It's like a prone to die, prone to destroy. You cannot keep it. You cannot maintain the status quo. No, it is not possible. It's just a matter of time. You say either you die today or after 100 of years, either by COVID, cancer or cough, or by plane crash. But death is sure for living entity. It is sure. As sure as death, they say. Therefore, one should be very serious. How to stop this? That is the purpose of human life. How to stop this death, which is baffling, which is frustrating my plans, my schemes. Despite our so-called, despite creating so-called sophisticated environment, gorgeous arrangement, by our economic development, by political maneuvering, by advancement of technology, we cannot surpass the birth, death, disease, old age. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita, the Supreme Lord is telling there is an inherent adversity of this material life. As long as we are accepting this material body, there is a inherent, what you say, inherent problems, inherent issues, inherent inconvenience. What is that inconvenience? Inconvenience means this material body is prone to die. Janma, Murtu, Jara, Vyadhi. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says 13:9. There are 4 inherent problems in this material world. What is that? Birth, death, disease, old age. Nobody can avoid this. Here it is said that it is as sure as death. Nobody can avoid this. At any moment, either today or 100 years. But it has to happen. So as long as we have accepting this material body, there is a inherent inconvenience. Every sunrise, every moment actually, we are reducing one moment of our life. Just like tomorrow sunrise, we are reducing 1 day of our life. We are dragged towards the death. Imperceptibly, we are approaching toward death, either naturally or abruptly. So that means our time is running out. But we are making plans, schemes, dreams, as if we are going to, just like government makes a plan for 5-year plan. So we have so much manifestations of plans, schemes, I have to live like this, right? This is all phantasmagoria, illusion. People do not know. Shastra say, this is all illusion. You have no idea what is reality. Reality check is important. So in this beautiful verses, it is said that, my dear Lord, all living entities, my dear Lord, all living entities within this material world are mad after planning for things. They are always busy with a desire to do this, do that. This is due to uncontrollable greed. The greed for material enjoyment is always existing in the living entity. But your lordship is always alert. In due course of time, you strike him. Just a snake seizes a mouse, very easily swallow him. That is what everybody is influenced by the time factor. It's a matter of time. There is say that time and tide wait for no one. Krishna say in Bhagavad Gita, Kalosmi, I am this time. So everybody is consumed, everybody under the grip of time of serpent. We are swallowed by the time of serpent. Any moment we can be completely devoured, completely swallowed by the serpent of time. Time is like a serpent. He swallowed us up to neck. Now it's a matter of time. He can swallow it completely. And how can one escape from this precarious condition? Nobody can escape. Nobody. You may plan this and that. You say that you have a plan. So much plan we are doing, but nobody can escape. That is also stated in Bhagavatam that nobody can escape from the death. It's a beautiful verses. It is say that nobody can escape from the death. Everybody is bound to be executed. So there's a verse is there. It says that everybody in the influence of the death. So in this beautiful verses, it is said that no one in this material world has become free from 4 principles of birth, death, old age, disease, even by fleeing to various planets. But now that you have appeared, my Lord, death is fleeing in fear of you. See, here it is said that nobody can be free. There is no possible. You may make a Dreamliner, you may make a Titanic, so sophisticated, state-of-the-art facility. Actually, Dreamliner is a state-of-the-art facility. Everything is very new technology, very upgraded, upmarket. They say upmarket, up technology. Everything is very nice equipment, excellent facilities. Everything is automated. But within one moment, it crashes our dreams. That is the what you say inherent adversity of human form of life, any form of life in the material world, any moment. Therefore, one should understand what is the purpose of life. One should not unnecessarily create all the cumbersome life, planning. This is not good. This is not advice by Shastra, because anyway we are going to lose everything. Abrahma bhuvanalaloka punaravartina Arjuna. What to speak out, even a Brahma also, he is subject to death. A man obeys with thought what he thinks need to be done, intensely greed, delighting in sense enjoyment, suddenly confronted by you, who are ever alert, like a hungry snake licking its fangs before a mouse, you appear before him as a death. Everybody has delighted. They want to settle in London. Somebody has so many dreams. They are all boarded in a plane, in a very state-of-the-art facility plane that is called Dreamliner. Everything is advanced technology, automated system. But within one moment, a Dreamliner crashes our dreams, our schemes. It baffled us. Therefore, one should understand that this human form of life is very brief. Very brief. At any moment, it can be lost. Therefore, one should not endeavor or waste our time for this attaining all this temporary plan. One should not be temporary plan only. Understanding that life can be lost any moment. Padam yad bipadam. Shastra say that it's like every moment is a dangerous. There's a beautiful verse. He says that Samasrita yat pada pallava plabam mahatpadam punya jasamurari bhavam vado vachapadam padam yad bipadam natesam. Every step is a dangerous. Every step, every moment is dangerous. It's like you are just thrown into the ocean and there is no boat. How we can survive? Survival chance is not slim. It is zero. It's a zero survival. Zero survival. Therefore, every moment of life is infinitely very precious. Very precious for everyone. Because time will come. It's a matter of time, it can be lost. It can be lost. Therefore, Shastra is saying that very nicely, that Shastra say in this very nice verse that death is not at all pleasing, since everyone exactly like a condemned man being led to the place of execution. What possible happiness can people derive from material objects or the gratification they provide? So very nice. Shastra is bang on. Sir, everyone is exactly like a condemned man being led to place of execution. We have no idea. I am the next person. Just like in a slaughterhouse, all these animals are queued up and they are nicely munching the grass, green grass. They are happy. But they are oblivion to the fact, they are indifferent to the fact that they are going to be next to be executed. So we also very happily making a life. Happily we are enjoying the life with parents, with community, with child, with wife, children, community, our bank balance, our investment, our MNC job. But where is our security? Where is our insurance? Can this MNC job, can our investment, can our wife, husband, community, country can give us security? Can Air India can give us security? Can Dreamliner can give us security? Nobody can give us security. Nobody can give us insurance. So-called life insurance is just a scam. Reach after death. Who will see? Scam, the scam. Nobody will give the insurance. Therefore, it says that what possible happiness can people derive from the material object or gratification they provide? Because it's temporary. Just like a crude example is given. A person is told that you go in this room and enjoy a woman. But while coming back, you will be shot. You will be shot. You will be killed. Can a wise or sober man accept this proposal? No. Nobody can accept this proposal. This proposal is not so fair. We enjoy and coming out we are died. So this is the material life. People come here enjoying, they do not know that death is waiting for us. Death is waiting for us. There's a beautiful verse, very allegorically stated how we are in precarious condition in this material world. It is stated in these beautiful verses that that my dear king, please search out the deer who is engaged in eating grass in a very nice flower garden along with his wife. The deer is very much attached to his business and enjoying the sweet singing of the bumblebee in his garden. Just try to understand his position. He is unaware that before him is a tiger which is accustomed to living at the cost of another flesh. And the deer is hunter which is threatening who is threatening to pierce him in the sharp arrow. Thus the deer death is imminent. See, our material condition, our condition in this material life is so precarious that just like a deer is munching the grass with his wife, children, family, he do not know before him tiger is there. He is waiting to devour him. Behind him hunter is there. In both way, in all the side, he has been attacked. He has been prone to be attacked. He has been on the verge of death. That is our condition in material life. Here in an allegory is in which the king is advised to find a deer that is always in a dangerous position. That means our position is always dangerous. Although threatened from all sides, deer simply eat grass in the nice flower garden, unaware of the danger all around him. This is our thing. We are unaware. People are boarding the plane so happily and planning that we will go and reach London. We will go and reach and have enjoy. We have a wine. This, that, so much plan for enjoyment. But they do not know. They are unaware of the danger all around. All the living entities, especially human beings, think themselves very happy in the midst of family. As if living in a flower garden, hearing the sweet humming bumblebee. Everyone is centered around his wife, who is the beauty of family life. The bumblebee's humming may be compared to the talk of children. Human being, just like a deer, enjoy his family without knowing that before him is a factor of time, which is represented by the tiger. The tiger is like a time factor. The fruitive activity of living entity simply create another dangerous position, oblige him to accept different type of body. For a deer to run after mirage of water in the desert is not unusual. Deer is also fond of sex. So conclusion is that one who lives like a deer will be killed in due course of time. Vedic literature therefore advise that we should understand our constitutional position. Take to devotional service before death comes. According to the Bhagavatam, there is a beautiful verse, 11 line. 919. Labda sudallabam idam bahusambamate manusyam arthadam anityam apiyadira. Tunnam yatate napate danumurtu javan nisresa vishayakalu sarvatasat. After many, many births, we have attained this human form. Therefore, before death comes, we should engage ourselves in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. That is the fulfillment of the human form of life, human life. So, human life is meant to engage in devotional service, to attain a eternal life, to attain a immortality. Martyama amritagamaya, that is our thing. Whole idea to attain the immortality. Nobody likes to die. Nobody likes to take birth. Nobody likes to disease. Nobody likes to become an old man. But it enforced upon us. All these 240 people, they do not want to die, but death enforced upon them. Why? Because this material world means, essentially means, death is enforced. Despite our tenacious determination not to die, but death enforced upon us. Death enforced upon us. Therefore, we should understand, we should be more serious, we should be more concentrated, understanding the reality, understanding the truth. If whole the world is against the truth, I am against the world. That was a nice statement given by one of the philosophers. Even entire world is against the truth. Actually, entire world is against the truth. They are in illusion. They are enjoying like a deer. Let me enjoy. But they do not know inevitable time will come and destroy, baffle all our hopes, all our happiness, all our fun and frolic, rest and relax, all our plans, all our dreams and schemes, everything will be frustrated. It's a matter of time. Therefore, everybody is condemned to die at any moment. Any moment. Everybody is condemned. Therefore, Shastra say that one should be very serious. One should not waste our time. Time and tide wait for nobody. We do not know that how much time we have left. We have no idea how much time we have left. Instead of understanding the reality, instead of finding the solution, they are more and more in ignorance and pretty much indifference to this inevitability of the death. Ignorance only. They do not know that. Just like an ostrich. An ostrich is a bird. Whenever there is a problem come, he put his head on the inside this sand. He thinks that by that process I can avoid or escape from the death. That is not the process. Death will come and eject us very ruthlessly, mercilessly. The real solution is given that we should engage in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. By this process only we can stop this death. Without no other process we can stop this death. It is stated in these verses that to stop this death, one should only process of stopping this death is that you say that no one in this material world has become free from the four principles of birth, death, disease, old age, even by fleeing to various planets. But now that you have appeared, my Lord, death is fleeing in fear of you. Living entity, having obtained the shelter at your lotus feet, by your mercy are sleeping full of mental peace. Simply by taking shelter of the Supreme Personality of God. Because only protector is Supreme Lord. Nobody can protect us. Nobody. So-called dreamliner, so-called sophisticated machine, so-called sophisticated arrangement, so-called sophisticated environment will not help us. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita, the Supreme Lord who created this material world, He Himself certified as Dukhalayam Asaswatam, the place of full of misery, because there is an enforcement of the death, disease, old age, so many other adhyatmic, adidaivik, adibhautik, the misery caused by the body, by the others, by the calamities, a divine arrangement. So therefore it is miserable, and also it is a asaswatam, means temporary. Even after somebody may say that, okay, I am now live. I am not in that plane. I am safe. They may say very happy, but they do not know what will happen to next. Either today or after 100 years, you are going to your plan, your dream, your schemes, your hopes, everything going to be shattered. Everything is bound to be shattered. Everything is bound to be baffled and frustrated. Even after you are successful, like Bill Gates or Ambani, no, you are subject. There is a very nice verses in this regard, that even after you are successful also you are bound. The death will not see how much reach you have, how much influential you have, how much illustrious you are, what is your material position. No. Materialistic activities are always mixed with three kinds of miserable conditions: adhyatmic, adhibhautik, adhidaivic. Therefore, even if one achieves some success by performing such activity, what is the benefit of this success? One is still subject to the birth, death, old age, disease, and reaction of fluid activity. So, even after one is successful in material point of view, material calculation, one is very famous like Virat Kohli or Bill Gates. Either you are Virat Kohli or Bill Gates, you are prone to birth, death, disease, old age. Therefore, as time is running out, we should turn into Krishna consciousness, turn into the solution of the problem. The solution is given. The solution is given here, that a living entity must understand that, knowing that one's duration of life is being similarly cut down by passing of days and night, one should be shaken by fear. In this way, giving up all material attachment, desire, one understands the Supreme Lord, achieve perfect peace. The solution is given that one should take shelter of the Supreme Lord, understanding that at any moment our so-called life can be lost. So-called breath can come unto halt. Vishwasa nahi vishwasa. No certainty of when the breath will come into the halt, will stop. Every breath is a death breath. Understanding that every breath is a death breath, one should, second by fear, giving up all so-called plans, schemes, material schemes, one should take shelter of the Supreme Lord by devotional service, particularly the chanting of Hare Krishna. In this age of Kali, the best way to become immortal is chanting the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Everybody wants to immortal or immune to the death. One should adopt this process. It is stated by, actually, it was questioned by the Parikshit Maharaj, who is on the verge of death. He was caused to die within 3 minutes, within 7 days. So he asked this question, very sober question, very important question. He told that, 1933. He asked this question to Sukadev Goswami, that Mriyamanasya sarvata, purushasya yat karyam mriyamanasya sarvata. He asked a very, very important, very precious question. You are spiritual master, great saint and devotee. I am therefore begging you to show the way of perfection for all persons, especially for one who is about to die. Who is not about to die? As I told you, to the extent one is near to death, he is called old. That means everybody is near to death. So what is his duty? What is the perfection of all persons, especially for one who is about to die? Because people do not question this. People thinking that, oh, this is kind of inauspicious, talking about, discussing about the death. But whole Bhagavatam is evolved on this point. When a death-bound king approach a devotee of the Lord to find the solution for all person, especially who is about to die, what is the perfection, what he should do. That means everybody at every moment about to die. Therefore, one should find the solution, what to do. The solution is given. Sukadev Goswami say that people are not interested in this. Sotta Badini Rajendra, they are so much discuss about all other things. They do not discuss about the most important reality check, that life is very much miserable and temporary in this material world. One may say that I am very comfortable position because I am in London. I am working in a MNC. I am getting 5 digit salary. I have got a beautiful wife. I have got obedient children. But sir, this is a transient situation. Despite all of your sophisticated environment, sophisticated arrangement, gorgeous arrangement, you are at any moment all the so-called happiness devastated, can be devastated, can turn into an incredibly tragic moment, just like it happened yesterday when a crashes. Therefore, everybody is not interested discussing over all the things. They are discussing about psychology, politics, all the things. They do not discuss about the spirituality. Spirituality solve the problem of lifeness, solve the problem that is life. It brings us to immortality. Material subject matter may augment our material conditioning, may ameliorate our material conditioning, but spirituality will brings us to immortality. Therefore, the solution is given by Sukadev Goswami to this question is that Sottabadini Rajendra, he started that what is your problem? What is the problem? That those persons who are materially engrossed, being blind to the knowledge of ultimate truth. They are blind. They are so-called, these so-called people, they are completely engrossed materially. They are so much captivated by the glamour of this material world, as if they are going to stay in this material world permanently. They have permanent house, PR, their citizens should be permanent status, PR or citizen in America, London, Singapore. They want permanent, everything permanent, car, permanent house, permanent apartment, and they are endeavoring for that. But they do not know, they are blind to the knowledge of ultimate truth. That whole material world called Bhutta Praliyate, it has got expiry date. You are going to expire, and there is no certainty when you are going to be expired. It's not like a queue in a sequence. No, queue may not be in sequence. Any moment. Children's also there in the plane, and they also die. So there is no sequence queue. There is no standard order. Death will not give an invitation, sir, you are going to die on this day. I am coming. Please be ready. No. No, uninvitedly death will come. At least Parikshit Maharaj got 7 days notice. We have no notice period. At any moment, every breath is a death breath. At any moment it can be lost. So the ultimate truth, they are blind to this ultimate knowledge, ultimate truth. How to get out from this precarious condition, the excruciatingly painful death. Death is not pleasing, it's painful. Excruciatingly painful condition. They have many subject matter of hearing in the human society, but they are not interested in the ultimate truth. Why they are not interested in this ultimate truth? Because they are very busy. How they are busy? It is said that lifetime of such an envious householder is passed at night, either in sleeping or in sex indulgence. Nidjaya hiryate naktam. Night time they are simply sleeping or in sex indulgence. And what about daytime? Oh, dibacha arthena rajan. Daytime they are going to work, undergoing exceedingly busy life, enormous stressful life to maintain their family, making money and maintaining family members. In this way, they are encumbered. Whole their time, whole their life is encumbered for these two process, maintaining the family and sex life. Therefore, they are blind to the ultimate truth. They do not know that dehapatta kalatridasu atma sanyasu asutapi tesam pramatha nidanam paschanapi na paschanti. They have no idea. See, person devoid of Atma Tattva do not inquire into the problems of life. Being too attached to fallible soldier like body, children, wife, although sufficiently experienced, they still do not see their inevitable destruction, just like all these 240 passengers. Although we empathize, sympathize with them, and we offer our condolence for them due to immature death for this tragic accident. But the thing is that people do not see that they do not see their inevitable destruction. Any moment can happen. Not only to them, for everybody. Actually, everybody is boarding on the Dreamliner. Not that these 240 people. Everybody. Today you see the obituary, see the news, how many people died in hospital, this, that. So everybody is boarding on a Dreamliner which is on the verge of crashing our dreams. That's why the ultimate reality. And to find the solution is the privilege and prerogative of the human form of life. Not that they are simply indulged in this earning money and having enjoyment, sex and sense gratification. Wife and wine. This is not the life. Working hard for a wife and wine. No. Working hard to get out from this. Get out. So therefore it is said that there are beautiful verses. It say that taseva heta praiteta kovida. One should endeavor for this ultimate truth. Not so much into these material things. That will come according to our destiny. If you are destined to be Bill Gates, you will be Bill Gates. If you are destined to be Ambani, you can be Ambani. Everybody is working, everybody is dreaming for Ambani, but only one become Ambani. Not that he is very hard working. No, he is destined by his previous karma. He is destined by previous karma. If one is not destined, he will not get it. Even after he get it, he will lose it. There are so many entrepreneurs. Their crores of rupees, they lost everything. So therefore, it is the solution therefore is given by Sukadev Goswami to this wonderful question by Parikshit Maharaj. He says that Tasmad Bharat Sarvatma Bhagavan Ishwara Hari Sroteva Kititeva Smateva Ichchata Bhayam. You want fearlessness from the death? What is the solution? You have to take the medicine. What is the medicine? O descendant of King Bharat, one who desires to be free from all misery, must hear about, glorify, also remember personality of Godhead, who is super soul, the controller, savior from all misery. He is only controller, only the supreme controller, ultimate shelter is Krishna, the supreme Lord. Nobody can save. A doctor cannot save a patient. A ship cannot save a drowning person. Aeroplane cannot save a person. So nobody can say. A mother cannot even save his children despite so much caring, so much attention, so much attendance. That is stated in a beautiful verses. Then nobody can care. Nobody can save us. Only Supreme Lord. So it is said that although there are many remedies which to get out from miserable condition, such remedies in the material world are more miserable than misery. Therefore, I think that only remedy is to engage your service. Kindly instruct me in such service. Another verses also say that Pitaro Narsinga. There is a beautiful verses. He say that this just two verses after. There is a beautiful verses. It is say that my Lord Narsingadev was supreme Because of bodily conception of life, embodied soul neglected, not cared for by you, and cannot do anything for their betterment. Whatever remedies they accept, although perhaps temporarily beneficial and certainly impermanent. For example, a father and mother cannot protect their child. A physician, a medicine cannot relieve a suffering patient. A boat on the ocean cannot protect a drowning man. That is exactly what happened. Nobody can help this one. Everybody in the material world is they are in disease condition. They are devoured by the time of serpent of time. How they can, supposing you are bound, you cannot help others. So everybody is bound here. Everybody is swallowed by the serpent of time. A person is swallowed by Asgar up to neck. How can he help other people? Cannot. Everybody is like this. Everybody is devoured. Nobody can help each other. Prabhupada used to give example that a plane is going and in a dangerous, no other plane can help. No other plane can help. One has to maneuver his own thing. Therefore, the solution is to take shelter of the Supreme Lord. Ante Narayana Smriti. At the time of death, one should be Ante. Say that one should remember the Lord. That is our perfection. एताभं सांख्य योग अभ्याम स्वधर्म परिनिष्ठाय जन्म लाभ परापुंसा अन्ते नारायण स्मृति. Highest perfection of human life achieved either by complete knowledge of matter and spirit, by practice of mystic power, or by perfect discharge of occupational duty is to remember personality of Godhead at the end of life. At the end of life, one is remembering Lord. He can become immortal. Krishna say, अंतकाल च मामिवा मुक्त कलेवरम ये प्रशांति मदभाव यति नास्ति अत्र संशय. No doubt. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna Bhagavad Gita, if Bhagavad Gita is saved, is not damaged during this flight crash. Why? Because Bhagavad Gita speaks the ultimate truth, the embodiment of ultimate truth, the emblem of ultimate truth. In Bhagavad Gita, it is stated in this verse that only person who is remembering me at the time of death, so he can get out from the mortal platform to immortal platform. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna say, Antakale cha mamevam smaranam mukta kalevaram yaprayati sadmadbhavam yati nasti atra sansaya. And whoever at the end of his life quits his body, remembering me alone, at once attains my nature. Of there is no doubt. Krishna said that. So therefore, Bhagavad Gita is saved there. It is not burnt because it's the ultimate embodiment of ultimate truth that one has to remember the Lord at the time of death. That need practice. Without practicing, nobody can pass out the examination. Similarly, one should practice throughout the life how to remember the Lord every moment, so that any moment death comes, one remember Krishna and get out from this very transient, precarious, excruciatingly painful, obnoxious, notorious, nefarious material life. Dukkhalayam asaswatam. That is only solution. Krishna is only shelter. This is stated in these beautiful verses. That is spoken by Gajendra. When King Gajendra, elephant, he was attacked by the crocodile and he was on the verge of death. Then he is praying to the Supreme Lord. Supreme Personality of God, it is certainly not known to everyone, but he is very powerful and influential. Therefore, although the serpent of eternal time, which is fearful in force, endlessly chases everyone, the serpent of time chasing everyone, every moment he is dying, killing us, is devouring, every moment is devour us, swallow us slowly, every moment. Any moment he can swallow full. We do not know. If one fears this serpent, seeks shelter of the Lord, Lord gives him protection. So therefore one should fear. You should not be so puffed up, very false ego. I don't care for time. I don't care for God. God is dead. God is no more. God is not necessary. I can do myself. I can adjust myself. I can, maintain myself. I can take care of myself. No, this is all puffed up statement. very proud. Lord gives him protection, for even death runs away fear of death. Even death runs away in fear of the Lord. I therefore surrender unto him, the great, powerful, supreme authority, with the actual shelter of everyone. That is the solution. You want the death is run away from you, then you should take shelter of the person who is beyond the death, by whom even death runs away. So this is the solution. Otherwise, there is no other solution we can, no way we can do anything on this. This only solution has been given, that then another beautiful verses. It is said that the Lord is the ultimate protector, free from material conception of existence, never wonderstruck by anything. Lord is always jubilant and fully satisfied by his own spiritual perfection. He has no material designation, therefore he is steady or unattached. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is only shelter of everyone. Anyone who is desiring to be protected by others is certainly grateful, who desires to cross a sea by holding the tail of a dog. How can you cross the ocean holding a tail of a dog? No, it's not possible. You have to board on a boat. Safe boat. So therefore, if anybody desiring to be protected by others, like a dreamliner will protect me, he will bring me, transport me to London. He will make my dreams and schemes fulfill. No, that is our illusion. Is a great fool. He is a great fool who is thinking that dreamliner will fulfill my dreams. No, it will crush our dreams. It's like holding a tail of a dog. One cannot cross this ocean. So we should be more concentrated. One should be more serious. These are the accident is admonishing us, alerting us that utishta jagrata. Utishtata jagrata, awake, alert, and try to find out the solution of life. Human life is a boon. One can find the solution of this mortal situation, mortal platform, and transfer ourselves to immortal platform. Immortality, the way to immortality. Krishna consciousness is the way to immortality. One has to be God consciousness, Krishna consciousness. If anybody desires to be protected and become immortal, one has to adopt this spirituality, Krishna consciousness. In very easy way, simply by hearing and chanting. As it is said that you have to hear and chant and remembering the Lord. In this way you should practice, and at the time of death, ante narayana smriti. The perfection is that the time of death you remember Krishna and attain the platform of immortality. That is the highest goal of life. That is the ultimate perfection of life. Otherwise we will be lost. Krishna says, if you do not hear me, then you will be lost. Krishna says the concluding statement of Bhagavad Gita, Sarva dharman parityada mam ekam saranam bhaja. Om tum sarva papebhyo mukhya samima sutta. You want liberation, you want immortality, you surrender unto me. How to surrender? Manmana bhava mad bhakta mad jadi mam namaskar. You have to think of Krishna, become his devotee, pay obeisances, pay homage unto him. Namaskar. In this way we can get out. He is promising us, I will transport from you. This is spiritual dreamliner. Krishna's is not a Air India dreamliner. Yes, or Boeing. It's not Boeing, it's Krishna's Boeing. It will never crash. It will transport us from material world to spiritual world. And process is very simple. Simply think of Krishna by chanting his name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. This is the process in this age of Kali. In this process, we will be boarding not in a Boeing dreamliner, but Krishna's Goloko, air Golok. the bowing of Golok Vrindavan, and transport from material world to spiritual world. That is only solution, because he is the ultimate protector and ultimate shelter. There is no other way we can get out, escape from this death, which may happen any breath, any of our breath, that will cause the end of our life. If we do not hear, we are so adamant, I don't care for all this instruction of the Lord, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam spoken by the Lord, then he is lost. Krishna say, the last verse we will show end of this session. Krishna say that Madchita Sarva Durgani Mad Prasadat Tarishyasi Athate Cham Athachetatam Ahankaram Naswasyasi Vinachyasi. If you become conscious of me, you will pass over all the obstacles of conditioned life by my grace. If, however, you do not work in such consciousness, but act through false ego, not hearing me, you will be lost, just like you will be lost in a crash. So material life is like boarding in a dreamliner, which can crash our dreams at any moment. Therefore, we should take shelter of the Supreme Lord. We should follow the instruction of the Supreme Lord and surrender unto Him to attain or to transport ourselves safely from material world to spiritual world, which is Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha means Vigata Kuntha Jasmad Vaikuntha, absence of all anxieties of fear, anxiety and fear of birth, death, disease, old age. No, it's deathless platform. Thank you very much. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.